in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again.
Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
This one fielded at the 5, and he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here's Pickett. Got a man. That's Colin Johnson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on first down. Peters. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Peters, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now a first down throw, Watson. And right away, he lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, Parker, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 2nd and 9, Pickett. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Down inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They run the counter. It's Peters. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll try again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT.
Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a gain of 14, down 2-14. From the red zone now, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Watson, this will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
Chubb is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Chubb again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On second down now, it's Peters. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Pickett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Pickett back to throw.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Now Pickett.
He finds his man complete. That's Peters. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Watson on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Back to throw, Pickett. Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this, in Miami.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Irv Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the route is on here in this first half.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On first down, it's Watson.
He's got his man quick. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Browns. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Peters. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first down, it's Peters. They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
82 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Pickett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Peters, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
90 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Off play action. Pickett.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Pulled in at the 24. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. The Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run on first down. Peters.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
On first down, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Watson now to throw. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Watson looks to throw again. Caught on the slant. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Watson rolling to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. That's caught. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peters, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, it's Peters. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
118 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Peters. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.